So, a major climate report. A senior UN environmental official has said entire nations could be wiped off the face of the Earth by rising sea levels if global warming trends are not reversed. Coastal flooding and crop failures would create an exodus of eco-refugees, threaten political chaos, and that was from the director of the New York office of the UN. Noel Brown, his name is. He said governments have a 10-year window of opportunity to solve the greenhouse effect before it goes beyond human control. As the warming melts polar ice caps, ocean levels will rise by up to 3 feet, enough to cover the Maldives and other flat island nations, he told the Associated Press in an interview. Their study found coastal regions will be inundated. 1/6 of Bangladesh could be flooded, displacing 1/4 of its 90 million people. 1/5 of Egypt's arable land in the Nile Delta would be flooded, cutting off its food supply. That was reported in the Associated Press in an interview with the United Nations on the 30th of June, 1989. Yes, that's right. In 1989, the United Nations told us we had 10 years left to save the world or it would be beyond control. And this theme was picked up by many famous people, including the Prince of Wales, Prince Charles, who in 2008 visited the European Parliament, and I was there sitting in the front row, and he gave this speech.
And in the last few months, we've learnt that the North Polar ice cap is melting so fast that some scientists are predicting that in 7 years' time, it will completely disappear in summer. Others think it will take a little longer. But the mere fact that such a development is conceivable at all is, you would have thought, yet another wake-up call as we sleepwalk our way towards the edge of catastrophe. For the lives of billions of people depend on your response, and none of us, I'm afraid to say, will ever be forgiven by our children and grandchildren if we falter and fail. Thank you.
Very well done. Huge applause. Standing ovation. They all thought it was marvellous. He also called for the EU to have more power. I simply couldn't believe it. Everybody in the room standing. Everybody applauding from across the political spectrum. Quite astonishing. By 2015, the North Pole will be gone. There's someone sitting down there refusing to stand. Yes, that was me. That was me back in 2008, and I absolutely refused to stand and applaud. I couldn't believe that the heir of the throne was urging more power for the European Union, but I also thought he was being overly alarmist, concerned about the environment. Well, that, of course, is a good thing and a sensible thing. But the thought that the North Pole would have gone by 2015, and it just hasn't happened. On to today's report from the IPCC, and the prediction is heat waves, flooding, droughts will be more frequent and more intense as the world is set to hit the 1.5-degree global warming limit within the next 20 years. And I'm asking you tonight, is this alarmism responsible? And please let me know your views. gbviews@gbnews.uk. And look, I am not saying that man-made activity, man-made carbon emissions are not contributing to change in our environment. I don't know. I'm not a denier. I just don't know. I do know that things like sunspot activity over hundreds of thousands of years have had a big effect on the Earth's temperature. I do know that volcanoes, whether on land or under sea, can emit vast amounts of carbon dioxide. I certainly agree that man has had a very damaging effect. Plastic in the oceans, fish stocks, deforestation, a loss of biodiversity. There are many, many things that man has done that are completely and utterly wrong. I want to see pollution cut. I've been an environmentalist all my life. I've just questioned the obsession with carbon dioxide and its direct link to global warming. It may well be happening, but is it right? Is it right? Was it right in 1989 for the United Nations to say that within 10 years it would go beyond anyone's control? Was it right of Prince Charles to tell us the North Pole will be gone by 2015? And is it right today? that we have the same message being put out. Now, of course, for prime ministers like Boris Johnson, this is absolutely perfect. It means more green taxes, it means more government control, and it means more transfer of money from the poor in this country to the rich, as we tax those at the bottom of society and give lots of money to large landowners and other people. And is it right to terrify our children in this way?
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.